Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Jerel, do you have my back on this? Rob Dauster, Jerel McNeal, Randolph Childress. I probably should do that. We're live on SiriusXM. We're live on the Stadium app. I'm saying Ohio State should get a very real look at being in the NCAA tournament. I'm saying this idea that they can't be on the right side of the bubble right now is ludicrous. They have a win over Purdue at home. They beat Alabama on a neutral. They won at Michigan State. They're 3-6 against quad ones. They do have a quad 3 loss, but I think that this run that they've made, they've won 6 out of the last 7. They beat Purdue. They beat Alabama on a neutral. That's 2 top 10 wins, Jerel.
I don't think it's that crazy, but I don't think they're on the bubble jet.
We got Illinois tomorrow.
I think they get to the championship game. It's a realistic conversation. Look, Michigan State.
I'm sick.
I was just making sure Rob ain't have a fever. Go ahead.
I'm sick.
They're saying Michigan State is in. I mean, I find it hard to believe they make it to the championship game. It's at least not a realistic conversation. Obviously, they're probably gonna need some help from some other teams and some other things to kind of break their way with some of these other conference tournaments. But I mean, they've played well of late, but they were very unimpressive throughout the course of the season, especially around the middle third of the season. So, dude, I don't think you're completely crazy, Rob. I'll say that.
Beat Illinois. They beat Illinois tomorrow. I just want to know what Jake Diebler's got to do to be able to get in the tournament so Jeff Goodman will let him sit at the table and at least get an interview.
You know, I said he deserved that.
Oh, no, we're talking to Jeff here. We're sending the shade at Jeff here.
Well, let's pile on with Jeff then. I'm all for piling on with Jeff. No, they got to win it. And I think what they're fighting is just the circumstances of what happened. Is really, I think, what they're fighting. Having fired their coach, it seemed like you don't even consider him. But if you would, if Holtman was still there.
Hold on. Spin zone.
Go ahead.
Spin zone. So if we got to evaluate what a team is if after an injury, right? Like, let's take Providence.
Yes.
They lost Bryce Hopkins. We got to evaluate them after the injury. Don't we have to evaluate Ohio State after Holtman's gone? Now they're 6-1.
I don't even know why anybody has said that, right? I don't know why anybody said that. Like, to me, a top 10 team. You go off of what was done and what they've done all year long.
See, now he's changing it up.
No, I'm saying
now
for
he's
me.
switching it up on us.
But per your analogy, I agree. But
all right,
one more question for you.
One more question for you. If it was anyone other than me that would have said, "Is Ohio State in?" Would you have agreed with them?
No.
Are you just arguing with me? No, argue with me.
But me and you did this before. I've said now. You know, I've been advocating. I've said he deserved an interview. I think it says something, and we've seen it this year. We've seen it at Charlotte when there's been change, and then you put an interim guy in there, and they respond. Something is, and I say this: how can that particular situation happen? And this is nothing against Chris Holtman because I advocated for him earlier in the year before the change was made, and right or wrong, the change was made. But this team has responded.
Absolutely.
I mean, beating Purdue. They have completely flipped something that has to count for something. And because everybody else views Ohio State as this great job, that guy has turned around a crappy situation that has you winning 6 or 7. Like you have to strongly consider giving him this job. Now you interview him for it and you do all that if you feel the desire to need, or do you feel like you got to go out and get somebody else, just a sexier name to win the press conference? Like that man has shown you live experience on the job, difficult situations from the jump, and won 6 of the last 7 and playing them to what? How far are they going into the conference tournament? I think something has to be said for that. It's not an easy thing to do.
Here's what I'll say, and tell me what you think about this, Jerel. I think what you do is you put him on you got to put him on the list. You got to interview him. You got to give him a real shot too.
Then my question: can't you give him a year?
No, because I think
recruiting will kill you.
I think what you
recruiting
couldn't recruit. Yeah. And also, if you can go out and get Dusty May, if you go out, doesn't have to. I'm just going to throw the name. Let's say that Dusty May is the guy that the AD believes is going to be the one that turns Ohio State into a top 10 program again. If you're going to get the new Thad Matta and you think you got that guy, then you have to go get him. There's no question about it. But I think that you have to make sure that Jake Diebler is at least in the conversation and give him a shot. Bring him in the interview. Let him try to wow you.
I don't disagree with that. I think if it's a guy out there and you believe like he's obtainable and that we can put together a package that can get
You
him
better.
in the building, you go after it. But either way, like both of y'all said, like just out of pure respect, that guy has to get an interview, and he has to be a serious. Like they have this, like the team that I saw prior to him taking over, it was a different team. And even in the games that they lost, they didn't win all of them, but the games that they lost, the way that those guys competed, the way that they played for each other, you know, he gave them a great spark. And
they're still playing.
It's never easy. It's never easy to do that.
No, hell no.
Like, that is hard to do.
That is so like I just want people to process this. Chris Holtmann parts ways with Ohio State. They are still playing. They might get into the NCAA tournament, and he already got another job.
That's crazy.
And,
That's never happened.
and how that looks. And I also say, people always say, oh, you're on the staff, you're part of the problem. It's a different leadership.
It is.
It's a completely different leadership with a different person. Obviously, these kids are responding to him. They responded to this in a way that they didn't respond to Chris. That says something about this guy. So I think he's earned a legitimate shot. Now, if you have a guy, you better be damn sure about that guy that you're bringing in, because you got a guy on campus right now that's showing you he can get it done. And I just, if he doesn't get the job, he's shown me at least at another school, mid-major job or somewhere else, that he can lead a program. So
right. Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.